Well, hello. Welcome into Larry's Country Diner. We're going to have a good time today, and I hope you'll stick around. You never know who's going to stop by, but it will be fun. Yep. Right now, I'm going to introduce you to the fella, the big boss man, part-time preacher, full-time businessman. He wears the apron, but his wife always ties the string. Here's Larry.
Do you have the offering baskets?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because we might take an offering later.
Okay.
All right, the year was 1938. The law changed in the U.S. that meant the minimum hourly wage was 40 cents an hour for a 44-hour working week. That was in 1938. On October 30th, Orson Welles' dramatization of War of the Worlds radio program caused panic when it was broadcast, more like a news-breaking story than a play.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. At 20 minutes before 8 Central Time, Professor Farrell of the Mount Jennings Observatory, Chicago, Illinois, reports observing several explosions of incandescent gas occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars. The spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity. Professor Pearson of the observatory at Princeton confirms Farrell's observation and describes the phenomenon as, quote, like a jet of blue flame shot from a gun, unquote.
And that caused panic. There were people who absolutely gathered their family together and headed to the woods. They thought it was the War of the World. He later admitted that he knew it would cause that kind of uproar. Originally, he said, Orson Welles said, who knew? But it was interesting. Most of the world cheered when German's Max Schmeling was defeated by a knockout in the first round by the great Joe Louis for the heavyweight championship in 1938. Whistle while you work.
Whistle while you work.
Yeah. Do it.
Put on that
Hey, you don't think I can do this?
Whistle loud and loud. Just hum a
That's Louis.
tune.
Louis Armstrong, right? Louis Armstrong. All right, good for you. Charlie Pride was born on March 12th of this year. There's the boy, Charlie Pride. Average cost of the new house, $3,900. $3,900 in 1938, you could buy a brand new house. Average wages per year, $1,730. Ouch. Wow. Cost of a gallon of gas, 10 cents. Gee, the first use of seeing eye dogs occurs in 1938. Have you ever wondered when you're driving through one of those bank things, you're driving through and here on the apparatus are seeing eye or braille things?
Yeah.
Why?
I can't explain that, Larry.
You used to walk into the post office and it said, only seeing eye dogs. Now who's going to read that? Gee. Howard Hughes sets a new round-the-world record of 3 days, 19 hours. Action Comics issues the first Superman comic. I always have to check it out. Superman comic, the first Superman comic in 1938. Disney releases Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I guess they were holding them captive prior to that. For 1938, year in history.
Yeah!
I know, I forgot.
the promise.
I forgot.
That's the reason I said he was a part-time preacher. He's always forgetting the promise.
All right, now this is the one that you stuck in there last time, Renee. She's rewritten a psalm. Psalm 717. I will give thanks to the Lord because of his righteousness and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High, for I am giving Renee and Deanne a raise this week.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Yeah, right. Renee?
Yes, sir.
I promise. All right, we got a special thrill. The Isaacs are here.
Woo!
I was talking to Ben a moment ago, and he was talking about an album that he and Bill Gaither produced. I'm about to show you a song that Bill Gaither, Bob McKenzie, Gary Paxton, and Norro Wilson produced. It took all of them to produce this madness, and we did a video on it. It's called Rattlesnake Retreat. Well, when me and Doris went on vacation, we decided we needed more than recreation, so we enrolled in a Bible camp retreat. I got the directions and we took off. It only took 6 hours to get completely lost, way back up in the mountains of East Tennessee. Well, it's getting real dark and I starting to fret when Doris said, "Looky out, I bet that's it." And she pointed to the lights, this little church back up in the bush. An old man met us. I said, "Just two," and he ushered us down to the very first pew. And I said, "Doris, I don't think this is the right place." She just said, "Hush." Oh, well, they preached some sermons and they sang some songs and then they preached some more and went on and on, nearly wore me out. I'd had about all I could take. Then they pulled down the shades and things quieted down. This guy next to me punched me, said, "Here, pass this around." I turned and looked and son of a gun, he'd handed me a snake. Oh, the night that me and Doris went running through the forest, way back up in the hills of Tennessee. Yeah, we started making tracks when they broke out the Diamondbacks. I sure scared the devil out of poor old Doris and me. He said, "Take it, man, don't you believe?" I said, "I believe, all right, I believe." And I reached for Doris, but she'd done fainted away white as a sheet. And now I couldn't pick her up and I couldn't find the door, and them rattlers was crawling all around the floor. And friends, that's when a spirit hit my feet. I started running down aisles and bouncing off walls like somebody teed off a new golf ball in a tile bathroom. Friends, I mean, I was moving on. I run by Doris every minute or two, tried to shake her to wake her, but it wasn't no use. For a while there, I thought the Lord had called the poor thing home. Well, then somebody dropped a big one in her lap, and Doris came to, and something made her snap. She grabbed that thing by the tail and commenced to swinging it around her head. Then she gave it a crack like Lash LaRue, and its head came off and sailed across the room. Then she did a tap dance on the rest of them suckers till they was all dead. Well, I grabbed her by the hand, headed for the car. She hollered to that preacher, "I don't know who you are, or where you came from, or how you ever learned how to preach. But let me tell you something, you old raggedy scamp. You don't know nothing about running no Bible camp, and me and my husband are on our way to Daytona Beach." Oh, the night that me and Doris went running through the forest, way back up in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, we started making tracks when they broke out the Diamondbacks. I sure scared the devil out of poor old Doris and me. Oh, the night that me and Doris went running through the forest, way back up in the hills of Tennessee. Yeah, we started making tracks when they broke out the Diamondbacks. I sure scared the devil out of poor old Doris and me. Oh, the night that me and Doris went running through the forest, way back up in the hills of Tennessee. Gaither ain't lived that down yet. That's right. He wouldn't mention. I snuck into Alexandria and snuck out. We're going to be right back with the Isaacs in just a minute.
Girls told me to read this, okay?
Okay.
Larry's not the tightest man in the county, but he's in the top 5, okay? I did it. Larry's Country Diner. We'll be back. Welcome back to Larry's Country Diner from larryscountrydiner.com. Got a question for you, Larry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, everybody knows what an expert on etiquette and eating you are.
Yes, that's
Someone
my
writes,
wife.
"Can vegetarians eat animal crackers?"
Only if the seal's not broken.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. I'll write
Was that quick? Was that quick or
Didn't make
what,
any sense,
man?
but
Yeah, if the seal's not broken, you can't. We have the Isaacs with us. I'm going to help me. I know this is Ben.
Yes.
This is Sonia.
Sonia.
Rebecca. And Lily.
You got it.
Lord, help me, I did it right. And we have two folks sitting down here.
Yes.
Nathan Fawcett and Thomas Wyrot.
How long did you study to play the washboard?
Long time.
Long time?
About a week.
About a week.
Yeah. He got it at Ace Hardware, too.
Oh, is that right? And you got the little finger picker things, right? I love it.
Is it in tune?
Are they in tune?
All right.
When I was growing up, my father was a pastor. When I was growing up in church, we had a guy that would come to church and he would play bones. And incredible rhythms. Man, you can make it with anything. You guys do a lot of traveling with Gaither?
We do. We do everything, I think, that they have on the books for this year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we've been a part of the videos for 15 years now, I guess. Or
That's
longer.
where I first became acquainted with you guys. Of course, you were a lot younger then.
So were you.
I take back that prior praise.
Take it back.
It's not easy watching yourself grow on camera.
What?
And I didn't.
Grow up.
I have been picked on twice.
I didn't mean it specifically.
You're talking about you, right?
Yeah, you can
said-
honestly, you can look at the videos, and they did a very best of the Isaacs on the Gaither series. And they started from our very first one, and you can watch, there's like 20 of Sonia's hair colors on there. You can date it by the hair color.
Weight. Style. Terrible. They pick on me so bad.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
Ben, but the girls have gotten prettier, and you've done.
It's a rough room. It's a rough room, man. What are we going to get out of you right now?
Well, we're going to sing a song off of our latest project called Naturally, an almost a cappella collection.
Almost.
And it has 16 songs on it. 10 of them have just a light instrumentation, and 6 of them are true a cappellas. And they're some of our favorite songs, just standards, and some songs that we've loved down through the years. And there's only one original song on the whole project, and Ben and Bill Gaither produced this one. And this is the only original. And I wrote it, and I'm going to play this banjolin on it.
Great.
The only reason
What
Bill
is
let us
that
cut
called?
it. A banjolin.
A banjolin.
It's a cross between a banjo and a mandolin.
I love it.
Plays like a mandolin, but
There,
sounds like a banjo.
banjolin. I love
And
it. All right.
anyway, the only reason Bill let us record this song, being the only new one, is because he said it sounded old. So try to do it. It's that time of year, you know. We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
There's a little bit of heaven in every gospel song, and it sounds like a choir of angels when everybody's singing along. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song. It's the sweetest memory I have as a child. Bring a chair and a buddy, everybody going down to the singing every Saturday night. And we say, I'll fly away, what a day that's gonna be. What a beautiful thing when we sing, that sounds like home to me. There's a little bit of heaven in every gospel song, and it sounds like a choir of angels when everybody's singing along. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song.
All right, play those things.
Don't have to have perfect pitch, there's no need to be shy.
That's right.
Anybody can do it, all you gotta do is pick apart, open up and let her fly. And just think about Jesus' love when burdens are weighing you down. Cause when you sing a sweet melody, it's gonna lift you right off the ground. There's a little bit of heaven in every gospel song, and it sounds like a choir of angels when everybody's singing along. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song. There's so much love in every line, the harmony is so divine. There's a little bit of heaven in every good old gospel song.
wrong with that girl's voice.
And that's from this one, right?
That's
It
right.
is.
The Isaacs Naturally. It's actually cut one on there, a little bit of heaven. And this is available by going to www.theisaacs.com. And that's ISAACS.
Right.
Theisaacs.com. I saw on here, it's a capital T and a capital I. It doesn't matter, right? You're going to get to theisaacs.com.
Theisaacs.com.
Okay. We've got it written on a board over here. We'll show that. You've also got some other stuff we'll talk about in a little bit. What is the current project? Is this one
That's
Naturally?
it. That Naturally is the newest, hottest thing right now.
See, you're fortunate because when Gordon Mote was on,
Yeah.
I asked him to sing a song that he had just sung. He crucified me.
I bet.
He was not a nice man. He sat right there and said, how could you miss it? I kept just saying, in this case, a little bit of heaven. He would just, didn't he?
Said I said it about 10 times. I don't believe
fun.
I'd have brought that up, brother.
Well, listen. You
Would you
know,
like us to do a little bit of heaven for you?
I need that. Is it from the Naturally? Can you guys do another one while you're standing right there?
Sure. We'll do, I think, let's do, if we can get the sheriff to play with us on this one.
Yeah.
This, I know he plays it a lot. This is one of our favorite songs that I was raised on.
Oh, boy.
This is from Jim Ed Brown and the Browns.
Yep.
And the Three Bells.
Oh,
so
do it.
this is the Isaacs attempting to be the Browns.
Do it to it.
2, 3.
There's a village hidden deep in a valley among the pine trees half forlorn. And there, on a sunny morning, little Jimmy Brown was born. Bum, 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 all the chapel bells were ringing in the little village town. And the song that they were singing was for baby Jimmy Brown. And the little congregation prayed for guidance from above. Lead us not into temptation, bless this hour of dedication, guide him with eternal love. There's a village hidden deep in a valley beneath the mountains high above. And there, 20 years thereafter, Jimmy was to meet his love. Bum, 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 all the chapel bells were ringing. 'Twas a great day in his life, 'cause the song that they were singing was for Jimmy and his wife. And the little congregation prayed for guidance from above. Lead us not into temptation, bless, O Lord, this celebration. May their lives be filled with love. From the village hidden deep in a valley, one rainy morning, dark and gray, a soul winged its way to heaven. Jimmy Brown had passed away. Bum, 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 just one lonely bell was ringing in the little village town. 'Twas farewell that it was singing to our buddy Jimmy Brown. And the little congregation prayed for guidance from above. Lead us not into temptation, may his soul find the salvation of thy great eternal love.
Thank you. Thank you. 15 years you've been doing it as a family, right?
Well, no, we actually started. Well, we were born into it.
Yeah.
And basically, they say if we couldn't perform or we couldn't sing, they just put us back.
We started a long time ago. We started in 1972.
Right.
Their father, Joe Isaacs, and I did. And as our kids were born, they just
Were you a
born
duo
singing.
at that point?
We were
just the two
duo,
of you? Okay.
and we had other musicians that joined us to fill in with the band. And then Ben was my firstborn, and as I said, he came out singing. And then, of course, Sonia was born 2 years after that, and then Becky. And when our kids got old enough to start singing, 4 or 5 years old, they were singing harmony. Started picking up instruments when they were just 10, 12 years old, and as they got into it, we just incorporated them in the group, and I just think that they do a great job, but they just born into it. So it's been a long time. We started full-time ministry, what you'd say, in 1986.
So they're basically your retirement package.
That's it. They're my retirement package. That's the truth.
Wow.
All right.
No pressure.
Are you feeling all right?
What, you said you were in ministry. Did you do revivals and things like that?
Well, we basically I'm Jewish by birth,
Yep.
and I grew
Born
up in
in
New York
Germany,
City,
right?
born in Germany, and when Joe and I got married, just because of an accident in the family, had a brother get killed in a car accident, we went to church one night, and that night just changed my life.
Wow.
That's the night I found the Lord, and we just sang in church for fun. We had regular day jobs, and on weekends, Sunday nights, whatever we have midweek service, we'd get up and sing a few songs. People started liking it, and we started doing like little church homecomings every now and then. So we never really thought we'd make a career out of it at all. It just happened.
Just happened.
Just happened, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk to you a little more and maybe get another song. You feeling okay? Everybody
Okay,
feeling
so
fine?
far.
So far. All right, let's get us out of here.
All right, Larry's Country Diner. Today's special is Becky turning over the table, actually. I'll tell you about today's special in a minute. Larry's Country Diner will be back. Welcome back to Larry's Country Dining.
Dining?
Yeah, diner, okay? I finally made a mistake in all these shows.
All right.
Okay, Renee.
Oh.
Renee, Dan, got another diner term for you. Isaac spent a lot of times in diners. They may know what this means. We're talking about diner lingo. If someone orders whistleberries, what are they ordering?
A whistleberry.
Yeah. A bowl of whistleberries.
Cheerios.
Oh, that would be beans.
Beans?
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Prize goes to Becky.
Because it took you whistle.
You'll figure it out.
John, I whistled beans before I knocked his table over.
And speaking of beans and certain things,
I thought that was a perfect
Y'all
intro
need some
for
music?
Becky.
Nadine is here. Nadine,
I tell you what,
you came in at the wrong moment there.
I'm nervous.
They were talking about them things.
I hadn't heard of whistleberries before. I've heard of some other things, but we don't need to talk about it
No.
in here. I tell you, Larry, I'm nervous as a cat in a room full of rockers.
Why?
I've had company for a week.
Oh boy.
Homer's family's here.
That
I'm
can't
telling
be
you,
good.
company's like bread, it gets stale after 3 days. With them, it's a lot less than that. But I heard them Isaacs over here, they're good.
Aren't they good?
Lily, you and Joe did a good job.
Thank you.
Good kids. I think I saw Sonia on that Hannah Montana movie. I went to see it with my grandkids. I think I saw you on that.
I was on it.
And
Did
I know a whole
in
lot.
that movie?
She was in the hoedown throwdown section.
I was a backup singer.
A backup
Singer for Miley.
That is
Billy Ray.
super.
I know a whole lot more about y'all than Larry does. I really need to be running this thing, but nobody asked me.
Yeah, that's true.
Here, have a chair.
You knew I'd take it anyway.
But I hear that Sonia and Rebecca
Sonia.
Wright. I
Son.
said Sonia.
Okay.
write most of your
We're just
music,
checking.
don't you? Well, you write the songs. Ben writes the music, right? Or do you just do both?
I produce.
You produce it.
Yeah, I just tell them that it's right and wrong.
Oh, okay. You look like you'd be good at that.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was a
And
compliment.
y'all sung with Vince Gill, Brad Paisley, Dolly Parton. Seems like everybody we have knows Dolly. And I heard y'all got a standing ovation at Carnegie Hall. I ain't never met anybody that sang at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, yeah. The Star Spangled
cool.
Banner will do it every time.
Yeah. I like her.
You
Well,
ought to try to sing the Star Spangled Banner. See if they'll stand for you.
I don't know that they'd stand for me, but they might raise their hands. But I got to tell you about Homer's family.
Okay.
His brother and them's been here. His poor old brother, I'm telling you, he's more confused than Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. And he's got a son. He's got a son that ain't worth the powder and lead it'd take to shoot him. And that boy is the biggest bragger, and he don't do squat. Do you know he brags about the number of holes in their outhouse? He does. He does. I told him to save his breath. He could blow up his date.
I was slow to get that one.
Larry's getting these faster now. They've upped his medication. He's doing better. But his daughter came along with him too. And bless her heart, she's been married so many times, she's got rice marks on her face. She does. She's pitiful. She's pitiful. She looks like a professional blind date. She tells enough white lies you could ice a wedding cake with it. And his wife laughs all the time. She just got some new teeth, and she laughs at everything you say. I don't like her. But she's always bragging. I guess her son gets that. You know, she said, "Well, my ancestry goes all the way back to Alexander the Great. Where does yours come from?" I said, "I don't know. Our records were lost in the flood."
That'll do it.
I tell you, happiness would be seeing her picture on a milk carton. There ain't nothing more frightening than ignorance in action. You know, some people, some trees take about 5 years to grow nuts. Not Homer's family. But I'm gonna go over to the church and put up the sign.
You just keep getting better and better at this. You know that?
Well, you know, this is my place. These are my people.
All right, tell me about the sign. She does our church sign.
Yeah.
We have hired her. We pay her an honest amount of money. She won't tell you that, but then she takes care of the sign for us.
It's enough to buy peanuts with every week. But I think I wrote it down here. I got, in case of earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, and nuclear war, the ban on prayer in public schools is going to be temporarily lifted.
Temporarily, I like that.
It's going to be temporarily lifted. Yeah.
Thank you, Nadine.
You're welcome.
I'm not even sure where I want to go from there.
There's a door right over there.
Zing!
Sing with the strings of my heart. You know what? Let's do the Precious Memories thing with Johnny Russell.
Oh, yes.
On our country's family reunion, we were doing a salute actually to the youngins of some of the performers that have passed away. And he was doing this as a tribute to Marty Robbins, singing the blues, Johnny Russell.
Is that a D? Well, I never felt more like singing the blues, 'cause I never thought that I'd ever lose your love, dear. You got to do me this way. Well, I never felt more like running away. Why should I go? I couldn't stay without you. You got to sing to the blues. the stars no longer shine. The dream is gone, I thought was mine. Nothing left for me to do but cry over you. Well, I never felt more like running away. Why should I go? I couldn't stay without you. You got me singing the blues. Somebody play it. Now the bridge. The stars no longer shine. The dream is gone, I thought was mine. Nothing left for me to do but cry over you. Well, I never felt more like running away. Why should I go?
You guys know Ronnie Robin? Marty's son. Right, that's Ronnie.
You got me singing.
He was sitting there giving him the words because he couldn't remember them.
Without you, you got me singing the blues. The reason I never could remember the last part of that.
He's another one of them we've lost. 29 of them since we started Country's Family Reunion in '97.
I've stood on the stage at the Midnight Jamboree with Ernest Tubb many nights waiting for Marty to get through. Maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock.
He would play tricks on them.
Oh, yeah. Always.
We'll talk about that on one of these shows.
Yeah.
I love Johnny Russell. He would go out and stand on the middle of that stage and go, "Can you see me now?" My kind of guy. You know what? Let's take a break and we'll come back.
Now, I'm going to tell you about the special.
Okay.
It's the Chocolate Isaac's Ice Cream Sundae made with Larry's old-fashioned ice cream 99 cents. While they last, we'll be back. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. You know, Larry, I remember you telling the story. Early on, you were careful what you said about advertising the restaurant. Yeah. Remember when you had that sign that said breakfast at any time, that guy come in wanting toast during the Renaissance period? You remember that? You got to be careful. People misunderstand things.
Have you been studying with Nadine?
Oh, I always study with that. I steal all her stuff. Just reword it, you know.
I don't know nothing about the Renaissance.
You were around then, weren't you?
We got to
you're
look.
on tomorrow,
We
Keith.
got to look. I have the Isaac's Heroes. When was this done?
About 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yes.
All right. And then I have the brand new one.
Right.
The Isaac's Naturally. You can go to their website, the Isaac's, ISAACS.com, and you can order online, right? You got got one of them little baskets you throw stuff in. And
There's a bunch of stuff on our website.
a bunch of stuff,
Yeah,
not
all
just
kinds
this.
of, yes.
Yeah, there's
Okay. Like this?
CDs.
Between them, yeah.
Like that.
Absolutely.
That's our DVD that we recorded in Norway, about 2 years ago.
Super.
Yes,
Now,
it's
do
fantastic.
you have the birth of the kids on these things?
No.
I just thought I'd check. I don't know. I mean, if it's a family thing, I don't know how far back this goes.
They didn't make cameras back then.
No. How old are you?
I love it. We got a little comedy bit here with Minnie Pearl and Rod Brasfield that we're going to play. Guys, take it.
You know I can't find that there Minnie Pearl nowhere. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't. I thought she was coming out here with you.
Well, I just can't. Hi, Minnie.
Hi, dear Rodley.
We're looking for you. Where in the cat? Where are you going?
Well, I'm going back to school, Rodley.
Going back to school?
Yeah. Did you know they've got a brand new school teacher at Grinder Switch? And he's a man. I'm going back to school. Rodley, why don't you come go with me? Wouldn't you like to scrub your ears and neck and go back to school?
I'll go home and scrub my ears, but who am I going to neck?
Rodley, I bet you don't even know your ABC.
Oh, Mindy. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I bet you don't. I just bet you don't even know them. You couldn't say them now.
Who?
You.
ABC?
Yeah.
Oh, Minnie, that makes me plumb mad.
Why, let me hear you.
All right. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. As old as I'm style, it looks silly, Sam, baby.
Well, you look silly anyway. Go ahead and say them. Go on.
All right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
Go ahead.
You mean there's more?
Rodley, I'll tell you one thing about the school at Grinder's Switch.
Yeah.
Now, I don't tell many people this.
Well, shh, keep it quiet.
But they've got a game up there
Yeah.
that the school children play.
Yeah?
And there's a whole lot of hugging and kissing in it. I'm going to the teacher about it.
I don't blame you, Minnie. I don't blame you. By that, I'd go to him, that teacher, and have a stop put to that.
I don't want to put a stop to it. I want to get in on it.
It's always fun to throw back to those things. When I was growing up, I got to see them on a lot of television, and it's always we just throw them in there just for the heck of it. Mm-hmm. It is so nice to have you guys with us.
Thank
now, you. Ben.
Rick's fine.
Ricky Ben. You're married.
I am.
Kids?
3 kids, 9, 10, and 12. Jacob is the oldest. Cameron and Kyra are the youngest.
Excellent. So you got 2 boys and a girl.
2 girls and a boy.
I scored big time again, didn't I?
And none of them are called Rick, oddly enough.
Have you been talking to Gordon Moe?
Oh.
No.
Every day.
Love him, though.
How about you, Rebecca?
Yes, I have 2 children, a 13-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And a wonderful husband, John Bowman.
I have a wonderful wife, too.
You can't say what I say.
He had to throw that in, right? Just in case, right?
Yeah, just in case she's watching. I love you, Mindy. Hi, family.
You're going to rub that in, aren't you? Okay.
Sonia.
One more time.
Helping you out.
One more time.
Sonia.
Sonia. I got it right now.
You got it right.
For the moment.
Yes.
Sonia.
Yes.
You're newly married, I hear.
I am. Freshly married to Jimmy Yeary.
Jimmy Yeary. What does Jimmy do?
He is a songwriter and great singer, and he actually is the newest lead singer for the group Shenandoah.
Oh, really?
He's been with them for about 3 years. They'd be great for your show. You should have them out sometime.
Bring them on.
They're wonderful.
Well, I can thank you so much, and I'm sorry that I keep bringing up names that people aren't here and don't exist. It's a problem I think I have. We have 10 grandbabies, and at least I remember their names, so I'm doing pretty good there. What you going to sing for us?
We're going to do, Becky?
We're going to do a song for you that Miss Gloria Gaither penned, and it's one of my favorite songs that she's written, and it just talks about spending time in God's presence.
Great. Have at it.
When I pause in the hush of His holy presence, when I'm so still, I can hear each whispered word. When I pause to pray, I enter His cathedral. These are the times when God seems so near. There are times when I cannot feel His presence, when the clouds of doubt obscure the Master's smile. But when I'm still enough to hear His his gentle whisper, then I know my Lord has been there all the while. When I pause in the hush of his holy presence, when I'm so still I can hear each whispered word. When I pause to pray, I enter his cathedral. These are the times when God seems so near. These are the times when God seems so
Wow.
Beautiful. I looked at Sonia and I know she wants to cough real bad.
Wait. There you go.
There we go.
It's building up.
What would you have done if they couldn't sing?
I don't know. I probably would have been just as proud of them.
I'm sure.
But I'm so grateful that they do, because they make magic when they sing. And
They really do.
I love it. I'm their biggest fan.
Thank you so
I
much.
think-
Thanks for having them.
Thank you. And I'm glad I didn't do it on video.
That's right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Larry.
We have totally blown the fact that I really know you guys well, Rick.
Got their names down anyway, don't
It's okay, Bob. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. Who are we lying to? It's the first time I've met you. But thanks for coming to the diner.
We loved it.
Go to the website, theisaacs.com, and buy everything they got there, including this one. And whatever else they got. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
I appreciate it so much. Get us out of here, boy.
He was so nervous yesterday. He's going down the hall going, Sonia, Sonia, Sonia. And you still there. Hey, that's Larry's Country Diner. Not only been fun today, but what a blessing. Thank you for joining us. Larry's Country Diner. Come on in and join us anytime. You know, the cameras are always rolling, and everybody, we don't care. Yeah, Ben.
Hey, if you like that one, you're going to love this one. Or this one.